Hey guys, today I wanted to talk about the topic of breakups. I did have somebody comment the other day, or a couple weeks ago, probably at this point, I lose track of time, that they asked me to cover the topic, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, actually, I typically cover more niche things on this channel, but this is a pretty big thing, I guess, I suppose. Ignore that I'm currently washing my sheets, and ignore the fact that I am always in a turtleneck, this black turtleneck. I have like two of them. I just freaking love turtlenecks so much. Anyway, top another topic. Breakups. I've definitely had my experience in those. So, okay, so especially at a young age, breakups can be incredibly difficult because most people tend to revolve their entire world around this said person that they're in a relationship with, or revolve their entirety around the relationship. And so when you guys break up, you feel kind of lost. You feel like your identity could be just gone. You feel empty. It's harrowing. It's an awful feeling. And an incredibly important thing to kind of realize and internalize before and while you're in a relationship is you should go into it being your own person. You shouldn't be revolving yourself around this other person. You shouldn't be basing your worth on this other person, because when we do that, it's like they leave and they take that part of us with them that we've given to them. 1 second. Say the circle is you. Very awful circle. Anyway, make it better a bit. Say there's a little piece of you that you're devoting to you, and the rest to your partner. Whatever. So when you devote all of this to your partner, like, they're gonna leave, and you're gonna feel empty. You're gonna feel really empty. And a really important thing in relationships, before you even get in one, I believe you should feel whole in yourself. You shouldn't need to depend on others to be okay. You shouldn't need to depend on others to feel alright, because you're giving yourself away, and then you're just going to keep on going to other relationships to fill that hole. And it's not quite right. I actually do have more videos on the topic of being whole on my page. I don't remember what they're called, but you want to go check them out, you should. But I fully believe you should be whole in yourself and comfortable in yourself before you go out and find love. You shouldn't be running in every which direction trying to find a partner to fill that hole. You shouldn't be running and trying to find something outside of you to fill yourself, metaphorically and I guess literally speaking. You shouldn't find that outside of yourself. But say you've gone through a breakup recently, you're miserable, you're heartbroken. My best advice for that is to cry, is to feel angry, is to just be a mess. Be a total freaking mess for a while. But I want you to slowly reassure yourself that, oh yeah, I am my own person. My whole life didn't revolve around them. And oh yeah, they might have treated me badly. They treated me badly, and I always have an opportunity to go out and find better. Like, she's being pretty vocal today. But, yeah, just, I want you to internalize the fact that, hey, wait, that person wasn't my entire life. I can go now, and I can, she's distracting me. I can, it's my cat Juniper, if you don't follow me. 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. I had to put her in another room, but she was still wailing and meowing, and then I just brought her back in here. She eventually stopped talking. She's in heat. So she's kind of being really freaking annoying, and I'm a bit too broke to get her neutered at the moment. But back to the topic. Once you get out of a relationship, again, it can be harrowing, and I want the very last thing for you to do to be to put off your feelings, or to avoid thinking about the person, or to avoid feeling the emotions of it all, because if you're doing that, you're really just setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up for, well, I'm gonna avoid this pain now so I don't have to feel it, but then you're just gonna hold on to that pain for years. And every time you think of the person, you're gonna get emotional. You're gonna look for that person. Every single other person you try to date, it's bad. It's holding on to your pain and letting it control you for much longer. So cry, be angry, don't punch a wall, punch a stuffed animal, punch a pillow. Just be upset and be mad. Let the emotions go. Cry, like ugly cry every time you think of them until finally you don't feel anything. But alongside doing that, don't perpetuate your own misery. Don't base everything around it. I want you to also think, like, again, hey, wait, I'm my own person. I'm whole in myself. I have all these aspirations and goals. This person didn't even treat me right in this way, and that means I can just only get better for the future. I can only improve from here, and maybe when I'm ready one day I can find a better partner for me. But again, don't depend yourself on the idea of a partner. You are what is important in your life. You, not anybody else. Well, you can't have people be important in your life, but the main factor of your life is you. Keep that in mind. It is you. I want you to have, like, glimpses of hope in between crying sessions. Like, oh wait, no, this is empowering, actually. I have one less burden in my life. I have this trash bag is gone. Like, I don't have to deal with this person bringing me down, because more than likely this person treated you the best, or they weren't the best for you if all this is occurring. And you can take that as a sign, like, yippee, I'm free, I can move forward. But don't put your emotions off, hold them off for another time, and do not perpetuate your misery. Cry for a week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, whatever, however long it takes, but don't, like, keep yourself stuck in a cycle of, oh, I can't be happy because they're gone. Oh, I miss them so much. Like, no. And you also have to accept in your mind that it is over. It is over. There's no going back to it. It's the last thing you want to hear. But there is no going back to that person. There is no going back to that relationship, and there never will be. So cut off, kill any hope in yourself that there is a chance. Because that is what personally got me. I've been cheated on. I've been strung out for 5-6 years. I have my fair share of experience on this. Kill all hope that you're going to be able to get back with that person, because you're just going to be perpetuating your own misery the longer that you think, oh, well, maybe I can do this and get them back, maybe I can do this. Or if you're just constantly thinking of the fond times you had with them and you're like, oh my god, like, I miss when they used to do this. Well, yeah, remember when they did that other thing that was awful to you? Like, yeah, they might have had a sweet moment with you, but remember when they did that BS too? Like, I want you to also get an ick. Like, get an ick from that person. Be like, well, whatever, I'm glad this happened. I'm glad I have the opportunity to move on now and better myself as a person. I can go achieve my goals. I have all of this laid out ahead of me. Like, shit, glow up. Have a glow up. Like, and make them, like, they could see a post of yours or something, like, a year down the line, and you're gonna be blown up, and they're gonna be like, damn, that sucks. But don't count on that. Don't count on that. It's just a fun little thought to have. Because when you count on that, you're kind of counting on the feeling of them coming back or being like, I want her again, and that's kind of counterproductive. Like, this person is out of your life. Let them go. Let them go. And don't, like, text them. Don't, like, keep, like, being their friend and such in hopes that something's gonna happen. You have to let this person go. It's hard. Breakups are hard. It can feel like your entire life is meaningless. Like, the impending sense of dread you get and emptiness, it can be a lot. It can be a lot. But you know what you're gonna gain from that? Perspective. You're gonna gain perspective. You're gonna gain resilience, and you're gonna know this is a lesson. This is an important lesson. Okay, so now you know what to avoid in relationships in the future. Now you know what you won't tolerate anymore, what you won't accept from others. Say it was a toxic relationship. Well, now you know what to avoid, and now you know not to go back to that unless you just want to repeat a cycle with another person or with them. Please don't. Please don't. It's silly and it's stupid. Trust me, as somebody who's been strung along for 5 years, 6 years, 7, 8, it's not worth it. It is not worth it. You are perpetuating your own misery when you go back to people like that, when you go back to the same person. It's silly. Let them go and take the lesson from it. And the lesson is, don't accept that behavior from people. Don't accept that kind of person back into your life. Another lesson, be whole in yourself. Don't attach your identity to this person, because that is the silliest, worst thing you can do in a relationship is tying your identity to somebody and tying your worth to that person. Trust me, as somebody who's done it, bad decision. And no, I want you to sit and really think, what is this breakup, what has this person taught me, and how can I avoid these feelings again? And how can I use this to make me stronger? How can I use this to make me more well-equipped with life? How can I use this to make me wiser? I feel like that's a bit a vain wording, but it can be true. It can be true. And how can this teach me to be better in the future? How can this teach me to be better to others? Maybe I don't want to treat people the way that I was treated, or maybe I don't want to, like, repeat this in a relationship. Maybe you were toxic in the relationship too. What can you take from that, and how to not repeat it, and what can you take from that and not bring into your next relationship? Again, I don't want you to base your whole worth or idea of yourself around a relationship. That is the silliest thing you can do, because your life is your own. Your life is not that person's. Your life is not anybody else's but yours. Your life should revolve around you, and I don't mean that in a narcissistic way. I don't mean that in like a selfish way where you're taking from others, but your life should revolve around you, what makes you happy, what your motivations, your goals are, and you're giving that away whenever you base your worth on somebody else's perception of you, when you base your worth on somebody who you're in a relationship with. A relationship should never ever be two halves to make one whole. A relationship should be two wholes coming together and enjoying each other's company. Like, you're both still your own people, but you guys can come together and have this beautiful, wonderful companionship and partnership while not also creating your identities around each other. You guys should be two wholes. Let me think of a way to word this. Like, say two animals in a forest in their own little beautiful environment, and they decided to be friends and partners, and their lives aren't dependent on each other, but they add to each other's life. A relationship shouldn't be something you need or a part of you, or, well, not necessarily a part of you. It can be in a poetic little romantic way, but it shouldn't be part of your, I don't want to say identity. It shouldn't be what you base yourself on. Again, everything I've already been saying, it shouldn't be that. It should be like a bonus to your life, a beautiful little add-on, like, this person brightens my life, this person makes me happy, makes me better in myself, not I depend on this person, I get better for this person, not all of my worth is based on this person and how they treat me, and same for them, and we own each other. No, you guys should add on to each other, not be the reason for each other. Like, I hope you guys get what I'm putting down. A relationship is never about, like, changing, or, oh my goodness, I feel like I'm doing mental parkour trying to word this. I hope you guys have gotten the point. Not your half, your partner. You, them. You guys live in a little environment together and make each other better. But again, I hope this does reach who it needs to. As somebody who's been through gut-wrenching breakups, gut-wrenching relationships, and has learned their lesson the hard way, depend on yourself, be your own person, and if somebody treats you wrong, leave. Like, why would you tolerate somebody in your life who made you feel bad? A relationship is a gift, not a need, not a requirement. Like, if I were to get in a relationship, it would be with somebody who adds to my life, who makes my life brighter and happier, not somebody who insults me, not somebody who is bad to me, not somebody who I feel the need to be bad to. No, a relationship should be a beautiful add-on to your life, not something you go out and seek, not something you need. You should never need a relationship, because then you have internal issues, and until you fix those internal issues, your relationships are gonna suck. Your life is gonna suck because you're going out and trying to find people to fill you up, metaphorically, fill you up, and then they leave, and then you're empty again, and it's just a cycle. Don't do that. Don't do that. Be your own person. Be your own person. Even if you're in a relationship right now, this is something you should really take in mind, please. But yeah, I suppose that's it. I kind of have places to be, so I'm gonna wrap it up. I might make a part 2 if I feel the need to, but oh yeah, guys, as I say in all of my videos, please share, like, and share your experience on this down below. Share things that helped you cope. Share just your realizations, like, through breaking up and everything like that. Just, I love to hear it. I love getting you guys' perceptions. This is something I learned fairly while ago, though, so I don't really, I'm kind of set, but I know for drop advice for people going through breakups right now. Drop advice for, yeah, sorry, I'm a bit scatterbrained. I gotta eat and I have somewhere to go anyway. Peace, guys.